Assalamu alaikum. My name is Fahad Mtairi, and today I'm going to talk about African American Vernacular English. African American Vernacular English is having its own unique grammatical, vocabulary, and accent features. African American Vernacular English is employed by middle class black Americans as the more informal and casual end of social linguistic continuum. African American Vernacular English should not be assumed to be the native dialect of all African Americans, as with most African American English and African American Vernacular English shares a large portion of its grammar and phonology with the rural dialects of the southern United States and especially older Southern American English. Due to the high concentration of enslavement of African Americans in the region during slavery. Now Fawaz will continue the presentation.
Assalamu alaikum. My name is Fawaz Mtairi. Differences between African American English and Standard English. The three major differences between African and Standard English are: one is pronunciation, differences in both vowel and consonant, as well as stress and intonation. Two, vocabulary, differences in nouns and verbs, especially phrasal verb usage and the name of specific tools or items. Three is spelling. Differences are generally found in certain prefix and suffix. Four, pronunciation. African American English differs than Standard English American pronunciation in a number of ways. These most involve reduction and consonant cluster as well as the alteration of the dental fricatives. Th and the. The sound th sounds when occurring in the beginning of a word. The th sound is pronunciation as a d sound. Example: this, they, that, this, they, that. عند طالب سليمان المداعي بيكمل.
يلا يا عيال نبلش. Thank you Fawaz, and my name is Suleiman Mansour al-Baddah, and to be speaking one and voice sound as in nothing is often pronounced as if. Speakers will sometimes say never, nothing. The voiced sound within a word might be pronounced V, so brother becomes brother. 2. Nasalized vowels when nasal N or M follows a vowel. Speakers sometimes delete nasal consonant and nasals. The vowel so man becomes ma. 3. Some furters of African American English is not pronounced after the vowels O and U. The words door and do, for and fo, and sure and show can be pronounced alike. One, diphthongs. Some vowels like my and cow are called diphthongs. In African American English, the vowel in my is often not a diphthong. So African American English speakers will pronounce my as ma. Example, he's over at my sister's house. 2. Stress. African American English from some other patterns in the placement of stress in a word, so where words like police, hotel, and July, and pronounced with stress on the last syllable in standard English. In African American English, they might have stress placed on the first syllable so that you get police, hotel, and July. Thank you, everyone. And here's my friend Fahad.
Not broken standard English. It's not broken standard English. It's simply not standard English. It's something else. Enslaved African people were first brought to what is now the United States in 1619, and over the next 2 centuries, hundreds of thousands more were brought over. Similar to the development of English-based Creole languages in the Caribbean, AAVE developed from contact between speakers of West African languages and their English-speaking slave masters, as well as indentured servants from Great Britain and Ireland. But while AAVE has some Creole-like features, it's much closer to Standard English than Caribbean Creoles are. One theory suggests that it arose as a result of the slaves learning the dialectal English spoken by the indentured servants, who were poor and oftentimes not proficient in Standard English. Another theory suggests that it developed as a Creole language, but then converged with Standard English through a process of decreolization. The more accepted theory is the first one, but there was probably also some Creole influence from the slaves brought to the US from the Caribbean.
Assalamu alaikum. Hi, my name is Fahad Jalal Al Humaid. Here is some comment about the African American English. The first comment I had a fight with a woman over African American English. People people really have a strong hate for it, and yet it forms the basis of the great deal of the American culture. The flows, patterns, rhyme of our music, our dance, they are all connected. The other comment it said, this is so funny to see. As a Black American myself, I never thought about this thing. It is just natural. This is video is so fashion. Vocabulary. What does inbotnics sound like? What does inbonics looks like? Where did ebonics come from? Standard English, standard English ebonics. Some example: lift, object, collect, calique, bass, and based, and boiled.
Example sentence of Nadine be going shopping, the listener understands that, dang, Nadine really loves to shop and does it frequently. And depending on the tone in which this is said, it could imply that Nadine is a shopaholic. But like in most languages, context and tone can have a huge impact on meaning. In AAVE, you might hear someone say ax instead of the traditional ask, or library instead of library. This is called metathesis, which involves switching around sounds and words. Although metathesis is a part of the dialect, non-AAVE speakers often make fun of it and or discredit it.
Some grammars: tense, past, uh, past, present. Example: I have been bought it. Recent: I done buy it. Bought it. And let's move to tense. Noun: immediate, recent. Yes, and that's it. And thank you for watching. I hope you, doctor, liked our with my friend presentation. Thanks.